There was a boy named Armin. Armand was smart, kind, and capable. But he had one habit that kept destroying his progress. He always delayed everything. If he planned to study at 7 p.m., he started at 7:20. If he wanted to exercise, he postponed it to later. If he needed to wake up early, he snoozed the alarm again and again. He wasn't lazy by heart. He simply believed 2 minutes doesn't matter. But those 2 minutes slowly turned into hours. And those hours turned into days. Armin always felt stuck, unmotivated, and disappointed in himself. One cold evening, Armin was rushing to catch a bus for tuition. As usual, he was late again. He reached the bus stop breathless, only to watch the bus drive away right in front of him. Frustrated, he sat down on the bench. Next to him was an old man with a calm face, holding a small notebook. The old man looked at Armin and smiled. "You missed the bus, didn't you?" Armin nodded sadly. "It left just 2 minutes before I reached." The old man closed his notebook and said gently, "You think 2 minutes is small? But that tiny moment decides everything." Armin looked confused. "What do you mean?" The old man pointed at the empty road. "Look, if you leave your house 2 minutes earlier, you catch the bus. If you start studying 2 minutes earlier, you build discipline. If you take 2 minutes to calm your mind, you avoid anger. If you spend 2 minutes appreciating life, you feel grateful." He continued, "A great life is not built in 1 hour. It is built in small 2-minute decisions." Armin listened carefully. The old man opened his notebook and showed him a line written in bold letters. "Change doesn't require an hour. It begins with 2 minutes. Then he stood up, smiled again, and said, "Try it for 1 week. Every time you get a thought, act for just 2 minutes. Your life will change." And with that, he slowly walked away. Armin kept staring at the words written in the notebook. Something inside him shifted. That night, Armin decided to test the idea. When he planned to study at 8 p.m., he told himself, just 2 minutes. Nothing more. He opened his book for only 2 minutes, but he didn't stop. He studied for 40 minutes. The next morning, he set an alarm and said, "Wake up just for 2 minutes." And surprisingly, he didn't go back to sleep. When he felt lazy about cleaning his room, he said, "Only 2 minutes," and finished the whole room in 10. When he felt distracted while using his phone, he reminded himself, "Focus for just 2 minutes." And he completed his homework early, day by day. Small, 2-minute actions began creating big changes. Armin became more disciplined, more confident, and more responsible. Friends noticed his improvement. Teachers praised his effort, and for the first time, Armin felt proud of himself. One day, he returned to the same bus stop to thank the old man, but he was never seen again. However, the lesson he gave stayed with Armin forever. Your future is built in small moments. Win the next 2 minutes, and you will win your life. Moral of the story: big changes begin with small actions. If something feels difficult, start for just 2 minutes. Your momentum will do the rest. Consistency is built in tiny steps, not giant leaps.